What's going on, you guys? Final Boss here, and I have AC. He's not a fan. He's an AC on the mic with me, and he was able to get to 3,000. He got the legendary arena as a level 5. He was attempting to do my challenge, but decided to heck with it, and he wanted to play an expo deck and use the epics instead of doing the commons and rares. So he was able to accomplish it. He did drop off a little bit, but no sweat. We'll give him we won't give him so much flack. So we're gonna go on ahead and. All right, we have crap. Oh, I'm at AC. In his first battle, he's battling the level 10s, and I mean, I went through this too. I even played. Did you play any 11s on this account, AC?
Yeah, I actually did play one level 11.
Did you?
I got 3 crowned in like 35 seconds, I think.
Oh wow.
It was, yeah.
I actually beat one on when I was level 6, but the matter really changed on me like whenever I came down and when I had my level 5 and level 6, because I was trying to do trifecta, and my thought process on it was, hey, I need to do an Inferno because, of all the over leveled Royal Giants that you see. So I was like, okay, the trifecta is going to handle the bait deck, and I did the Fire Spirits, and then the Elite Barbarians or the OP Barbarians kind of got the buff, and then they became everything. And my under-leveled Valkyrie wasn't able to do anything, and I'm like, oh god, what do I do here? And it was bad. I want to restart another account and do like an all commons into Legends as a level 6. Oh man, comes in with the rocket. I think that was a smart move on his part. Yeah, well played. So yeah, and I mean, you made this account solely with the purpose and thought process of, hey, I'm gonna make an expo deck because I believe that let me see how high I can push this. I think that if you also wanted to do a golem deck, I think a golem would probably be able to get you into Legends as a level 5 as well. I mean, it's solely just looking at all epics. So
Yeah, I would say either a golem deck, maybe a balloon deck. I feel like that could get some people, or an expo deck are the best ways to go.
A lot of people don't use air defense in the lower arenas. They'll use a witch and a wizard typically. You don't see too many musketeers. You see some of the other guys that are that have probably their second account that are playing with trifecta or something like that might have like a musketeer or something like that. But that was the thing that I was seeing anyway.
Yeah. I saw the exact same thing.
I don't think it's even remotely possible at all to actually get all commons and rares into Legends. I thought maybe it was actually possible and made the whole, I'll give an Xbox or PlayStation, thinking that maybe there is actual chance. I don't even know now if all commons and rares as a level 6 is doable, I think, but it'd be really, really cringy. What do you think? Do you think that would be possible at all, or you think you'd be up to the challenge of trying something like that?
I can always try, but I don't think it's possible at all. I think even a level 6 is insanely difficult.
Okay.
And I think you'd have to get some pretty bad opponents up at the 2900 range.
I mean, they get pretty bad, and that's what I've been trying to focus on here. Nice fireball. Well done. That rocket's not going to get there in time. Oh yes, that was nice. Very nicely done. All right, so we're playing against Amir Judy. So you only leveled up this one deck, right? Like this was the only deck. I think I already talked to you about this. I can't remember if it was off mic or not. But I went in with the idea of like, hey, I did a test deck of like, this is the deck I'm just going to use, and then that's going to be some good loon value right there. Mega Minion coming down, going to take care of that. No loon hit, little loon damage, whatever. But you just went and leveled this deck, right? So I've been trying to tell people about that, only level these cards, because people are like, hey, I'm a level 10 with level 6 rares. I'm like, well, you've upgraded every single thing. So I'm like trying to give people tips on about that, and give them some insight here as well.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to upgrade everything. I feel like the only time you should ever upgrade everything is once you're already progressed really far into the game, where you can afford to waste golem. But until you're really far, I think you should just be focused on just like 2 decks, like maximum, where those are the only cards you focus on upgrading, because that'll just really help you in the long run.
Yeah, I saw that Surgical was getting some flack the other day about his level 10 account that had max cards that got to like 4,800 trophies or 4,800, which is really high for level 10. And but I mean, obviously he's got max cards and he's able to do that. But you know, he waited and waited to to upgrade only those cards. So I get that too, because you want to get them to tournament standard and everything else. But all right, so going ahead and take how you're going to defend against this golem here with an Inferno that's going down.
Yeah. So
and, level 4 golem coming in slow.
Yeah. The Inferno Tower is the same level as his golem, which was definitely not something that was fun to play against. But I just had to focus on taking out the support, and once I got rid of the support, I knew that I could get rid of the golem pretty easily.
Yeah, you were able to cycle back to that Inferno Tower, thankfully, right there.
Yeah. The deck kind of, like, besides the Expo, everything is relatively cheap, so it's actually really easy for me to cycle, and cycle really well and cycle really fast.
So one thing we're going to hear in the comment section is the Expo takes no skill to play. You weren't expected to hear that one, right? You're like, oh, it takes no skill. It's like, obviously, if you can get to 5,000, you just drop down the Expo and an Inferno, you win the games, right?
Yeah. That's the thing that frustrates me most, because especially in the lower arenas, you're going to face lots of Royal Giants, you're going to face lots of Giants, you're going to face lots of Golems and stuff, and that's the hardest to go against, because they're just going to be able to tank everything, and you're never going to be able to get to the tower unless you play it really, really well. And when you're up in the higher arenas, a lot more hog, a lot more spellbait, so it's actually easier in the higher arenas than in the lower arenas.
Jesus, the double golems.
Yeah. There's a reason why I was able to beat this guy, and it's...
Oh, man, he's got level 11 minion horde. Oh, my God. 35 seconds. Log. Cycle back to that fireball. Ice Spirit. Ooh, had to go with the Mega there. Come on.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, fireball.
I had to just be really careful. I didn't want to choke away a victory.
Well, my iPad is dying, and for some reason it will not charge on my PC, so I need to change up my configuration. It's always something. I'm always having technical difficulties. All right, so we're going to go on ahead and we're going to take a look at Magnus. Magnus is at 3,840 trophies now. What? That is crazy. Oh, no, that was mine. Just kidding. JK. All right, so this guy's at 2,957. Pretty legitimate player, not at 4,000. Completely messed that one up. If we beat Magnus, man, we would have been the best player that ever played the game.
Yeah.
All right, so you have Expo going on here, and you got Inferno, so you're expecting a man. I tell you what, log is so good, and it's so important too in the lower arenas, because it's hard to level up your zap, and you never know like how high your zap is until you get a goblin barrel on your tower that's going to completely take out your tower.
Yeah.
So it works so well too against it works so well against the for Expo as well. It's just a get away, back away. So going ahead, and this is your glory. So go on ahead and take this one down, man. Just let everybody know. Give them some tips as my device is expiring.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I drop down Expo. I defend the Expo, but the main thing is I really defend the Expo with really low cost troops, because I don't want to overextend. And I see a lot of people who use Expo and then right away they protect it with like a fireball and a minion horde, and they just waste a ton of elixir in order to defend it. And actually right there, I had to place the Ice Spirit because my Mega Minion level is so low that it can't one-shot a princess.
Nice.
But I see too many players who are just overextending way too much, and that's really what hurts them the most.
Absolutely, and I see that a lot of times too in people's losses that they post, and they're like, "Man, why did I lose this? Oh my God, this guy sucks." Yada yada yada. And I'm like, "Well, you overextended a little bit on your defense, or you overpushed a little bit too much." So learning how to balance and counting elixir is a topic I'd like to maybe hone in on one day in one of my videos. But That is something. Do you count Elixir at all?
I really try to. Some games I'm really good at it, but usually I just have a feel for it,
Dude,
so that I can,
that was easy money right there.
yeah, so that I can just know basically how much he has, but I just don't know for really sure.
This guy had Graveyard, huh? Okay.
Yeah, he caught me off guard at the
Yeah,
end.
I played against some really random people playing some crazy Graveyard style, and of course your Ice Golem's not going to do anything. So why a level 2 Expo, and why did you not upgrade your Expo more?
Well, I actually wanted to make. I figured when I started this that it was going to be really easy for me to do this, and I quickly learned that it was a horrible idea to do that. I really shouldn't have upgraded my log. I should have upgraded Expo and stuff.
Sure.
So I really regret doing that.
Well, man,
But
we all do that whenever we had these new accounts that we were making. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I should have done this differently. Like, oh, why didn't I know Elite Barbarians were going to be the best in the game?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to edit that one out. So anyway, just kind of in closing and wrapping this whole thing up, I don't want to create 90 million people that are going to go and play Expo. I don't think it's a good idea. It's not something I really want on my channel, because I most of my videos are about hog and playing good strategy. What is your thoughts and opinions about that? Because you don't really play Siege, or I guess in ladders either.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Expo is kind of one of those cards where you probably shouldn't play it unless, I don't know. You really need to have a lot of practice with Expo before you try and use it on an account. I feel like you should definitely get some friendly battles in before you try and use it on one of these.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I got a 12 win in a grand challenge with it, but I mean, it was just to see if I could do it. It was that was the only reason why. I was like, but
Yeah.
yeah. But man, hats off to you, man. I thought it was really cool. You're obviously not going to win an Xbox or a PlayStation one off of me because you didn't complete with the rules. But I'm really proud that you did it, and that was pretty cool as well. So do you think that it'd be possible for all commons and rares to get in the? I think we already talked about this, but do you think it's possible for all commons and rares? Would you be up to the challenge to try it as a level 6?
I can always try, and I'll definitely start up an account soon to try and do that for you.
Okay.
But I don't really know. I feel like I definitely run hog or something. I feel like I'll just need to practice a bunch.
It's like by the time you learn, like on the first or second account, it's like, oh, I can get it right on my third account. And I'm like, I'm out of devices. What do I do?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make this account and get to this level?
So when I first started this account, I used like an all epic deck, so I was able to push the arenas pretty quickly. But once I hit 2K, I was pretty much just struggling in every single match I played. So it took me about probably a month to get as far as I did, and that's only because I would play for like 3 or 4 hours some days.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would have taken me way longer.
So wait, you said a month?
Yeah, about
Okay.
a month.
And that's obviously free to play. You're not like me that bossed the dirty gemmer.
I did a couple arena packs, but
Did you?
pretty-
Oh yeah,
I-
those arena packs, man, they're just too good. I mean, I know you people are like,
Yeah.
oh, you're free to play, like, man, but $20 can make your life a little bit easier. I mean, like, it's like,
Exactly.
and I'm like trying to make video content to help people out. I'm like, I can get these videos out if I spend like $20. Like, but you're not free to play, and you just use gems to make you good. And I'm like, well, no, just use gems to speed up the process that I already know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
AC, I really appreciate it, man. This is fun. And do you have any kind of like closing words or anything that you would like to add to share with the peoples?
I don't really have much to say. I will say thank you for listening to our video, and yeah, that's all I have to say.
What a guy. All right, so he's going to start streaming on Twitch here soon. He does have a maxed account. He is AC on the ladders. We'll put his Twitch in the description. You can also follow him on Twitter. Also follow me on Twitter if you're not following me. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys